validation and insight. Really getting to know their customer, not imagining or thinking and presupposing and assuming and inferring what a customer wants, but really knowing it. So gathering that insight and really validating it fast, not taking all day about it. And that sometimes that means they've got to talk to people. The second thing is knowing their numbers. If you're going to create value for an investor or for yourself, whether it's a social business or whether it's a for-profit business, you have to understand your numbers. When are you going to break even? What happens with margin? What happens with the next round of investment? Valuation and understanding your business. So you have to skill up, and I guess over the last 4 years, I've seen some tremendous ideas, but the entrepreneur hasn't been willing to move outside their comfort zone and learn all about numbers. You've got to be financially literate in a small way. You don't have to be a genius, but that helps you as you grow a business. So there are lots of accelerators all around the world. I would say 90% of them are tech focused. I think the important thing is, if you are going to join an accelerator program, you have to know why you want to do it. What do you want to get out of it? Do you just want to go there, sell some equity and bring in some cash with a view to trying to move further, or do you want to develop and build something that's really special for the future? So Viridian Entrepreneurial Spark, we don't focus on the business or the business model. We focus on the individual, the entrepreneurial leader. So looking at any program throughout the world, you've got to develop you as an entrepreneurial leader. You've got to allow you to develop you as a team leader as well. These two things are really important rather than just taking in some money. So the questions I would ask joining any accelerator program is, how will you develop me as a leader? How will you develop me as an entrepreneur? What do I have to do when I come on this program that's going to allow you to enable me better? And I think that's really important. Timescale, 3 months is quite quick. 6 months, it sounds about right. So I'd be looking for a program that runs for roughly 6 months. That gives you time to develop, to get to know the people in the program, to move outside your comfort zone, to bring in investors, to work with mentors. And I would say to anyone joining any program throughout the world, whether it's India, the UK, you don't want to rush it. Take your time and make sure it's right for you. If you're sitting in a day job, whether you're sitting in a small office or you work for a big corporate and you think you want to become an entrepreneur, so you've got an itch to scratch and there's a burn there's a problem you want to solve, or you want to take your life or your career in a different way, you have to be ready for that. The jump off point is really important. Entrepreneurs deal with ambiguity, volatility, complexity, chaos. So that's their world. And if you're living in a world of structure, go to work, 9 to 5, get a paycheck, next month, and that's all pretty manufactured, and it's a process that you're in. If you come out of that process, you're going to have to deal with a whole load of stuff that you don't know about. The first thing I would do is, if I was going to jump off and become an entrepreneur, is I would go and speak to other entrepreneurs. Perhaps go and speak to entrepreneurs that are in programs like Viridian Entrepreneurial Spark and ask them, what's it like? What did you do? Tell me a bit about your journey. What do I have to put in place? You know, you might not bring in investment for 6 to 12 months. You're going to have some funds behind you to allow you to do that. Go and speak to some of your friends and family and ask them, do you believe I've got what it takes to go and be an entrepreneur? And it allows you to paint a picture. And it's almost like, if I'm going to go up a mountain, if I'm going to go up that mountain, I know that there's different stages and different peaks and different gullies, and I'm going to have to prepare for weather. It's exactly the same as when you jump off a job and you go become an entrepreneur. Don't just do it. Take some time, prep it out, and make sure you've got a plan B. Real entrepreneurs are driven. So there's an inner drive in them that they want to do something. There's a real persistence. So if you believe you can do something in this life, you've only got a short time to do it, so you're going to go and do it. Nothing's going to stop you. Where it becomes difficult is if you have a family and you have debts and you have school fees and you have cars and you have mortgages. It's difficult then because you have to plan it, because the ramifications of you going out there and winging it and becoming an entrepreneur with all the ups and downs and all the different intricacies of that can affect the family. So depending where you are on your life stage and your journey will depend how quickly you can say, I'm going to go and do this or not. We live in different times. When I was a boy, a long time ago, it was a job for life. So my parents would say, go out there and get a job for life. So as a police officer, that was a job for 30 years and a pension at the end of it. But some people's makeup, I should never have been a police officer, far too crazy to do that. So there came a point when I decided I don't want to do this anymore, far too much structure, not creative enough for me, far too straitjacket around me. I wanted to be an entrepreneur and go and show my own personality and put that personality upon the world. A decision making time to do that, 3 months, decided I'm going to go and do this, but one day I just walked in and said, I'm leaving, and that was that. No safety blanket, no safety net. I want to go and do something completely different, and haven't looked back because I thoroughly enjoy. I now know who I am, where I want to be. No one controls my destiny. I decide what I want to do, and I can come to a place like this in India, and this is testament to it. If I was applying for Viridian Spark, you have a short window. So, like everything else in life, you have to sell yourself. Because the human being sitting on this side of the table where I am right now is going to look at you and say, can this person change? Are they flexible? Are they adaptable? Are they willing to pivot? Can they take strong feedback? Are they willing to have meaningful conversations? And at that point, I'd be saying to myself, right, okay, I can work with that person. I'll accept them onto the program. If you're rigid in your thinking, if you're defensive when you're questioned, and you don't really want to work with other human beings to allow them to help enable you with resource to push you and your business forward, possibly an accelerator program is not for you. So I'd be showing them that I'm a person who's flexible, who's open-minded, who really wants to recombobulate the way they think with a view to moving and progressing the business and the idea. And that's what a great entrepreneur does. They use and they leverage resource elsewhere to help them make progress. If I could see that in an applicant to an accelerator program such as this, that's what makes me want to work with you. In life, you make a decision, and if you come into an accelerator program like Viridian Spark or any other one for that matter, you've got a short window to make an impression. The reason, the name and the clue is in the name. It's an accelerator. So you've got to want to be accelerated. You've got to want to be big. You've got to want to do things and experience things and learn things that are really fast paced. That doesn't mean to say you have to be a complete super clever human being. You just have to want to take action and be on it all the time. You come into an accelerator program like this and you've got that attitude, and the enablers and the team working with you will push you really fast, and you will get investment quicker and help you grow your business faster as well. Viridian eSpark is very different from any other accelerator that's out there because we do not focus on the business model. Yes, you've got business model, Canvas and all the different tools that are out there to help entrepreneurs. We focus on the person that's in front of us, so the entrepreneurial leader, because we're looking at you to say, can we work with you? Can you progress? Can you work with the investors? And can you take this to $1 million, $5 million? Where can this go? So we're making sure that the type of person you are is credible, backable, investable. Can we make you the real deal? And if we can make you the real deal from there, that's where the magic starts to happen. And when you leave here, you're all part of the DNA of Viridian eSpark will always be in you, but part of the learning and the person that we've helped shape and mould will be with you forever on your entrepreneurial journey. That's really important. So I've worked with entrepreneurs in the UK, I've visited entrepreneurs in Germany and the USA, and obviously here in our hatchery in India. There's no difference. The slight difference I see in India is that actually the entrepreneurs are very well educated. So they usually have an initial degree and perhaps a master's degree. The issue with that is sometimes they can be too theoretical and not action driven. So the best entrepreneurs that I see throughout the globe they have good ideas, but then they take action and they execute on them. So I would say over the last couple of days here in the hatchery we have in Ahmedabad, it's the startups are just the same as anywhere else in the world. They've got the same sparkle, they've got the same validation, they've worked through business models, they understand all the global thinking around startup, so that's really encouraging. What I'm finding with the startups that I'm seeing in India is that they're looking for solutions for the domestic market. But if I was to say to you that with a population of 1.2 billion, that's a fantastic market. It's also, India is growing as a company. Globally, people are looking at India now to say this is one of the countries over the next decade that's really going to grow. And you've got more high net worths, more people aspiring to be better. So therefore, they will use products and they will buy products and they will use tech. So it's a fantastic market to be in. And actually, if you can crack it here and do well, there's no reason why you can't then take that and replicate it in other markets across the globe.